Hello and welcome back to a bigger, better, louder video. Day... Oh my god. Day 7? Let's say 7. Yes, day 7. So, I had some really good feedback actually from somebody that watched one of my videos. And they mentioned that how quiet it was. And like... He had a really good point, to be fair. Like I genuinely am learning this, you know. So yeah, he's completely right. I can't argue with him. Wouldn't argue with him. He was right. Yeah, give me some good advice. So hopefully this is a bit louder, a bit clearer. It actually makes a bit more sense. I'm out mining at the moment. Yeah, so I'm trying to get some nickel. The ship, I still like it, but I've noticed that, I don't know if it's me again, just not quite knowing the controls properly yet, but the drills have to turn them on and off in the control panel, which isn't too bad, but it's a bit annoying. I don't really, whereas before, like on SE1, I'd have them mapped to a little button, you know. I don't know if that's just not in the game yet, or I'm missing the point somewhere there, which it could be, let's face it. But yeah, I'm trying to get some nickel out of here, and then today I am continuing building on the ULYSSES, which is the name I've given to my big ship, my big space-going, hydrogen-powered. There's my ice ship. So, without further ado, let's smash this into this mountain, because I'm not sure if it was quite right. Obviously it wasn't intended as a miner at first, but it's working. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, ooh. Oh, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. Why are you doing that? There we go. Yeah, I'd definitely design this slightly differently if it wasn't just like a loader. If it was purposely built as a miner. Right. I wonder if that takes more. Obviously she's kind of fat, so I'm going to have to dig a big hole. I can only apologise if that is ridiculously loud for you. I'm still getting used to this sound stuff and like what you lose while you're recording and rendering and all the rest of it, so bear with. So, that's fine. That's fine. That's exactly what I intended to do, actually. Just checking the gyroscopes are still intact there. Yeah, that's definitely not what I wanted to happen. Think. Yes. She's fine. That's absolutely fine. What have I got there? Oh yeah. I forgot that. I didn't attach those yet. I was still using the the drills, aren't I, for now? I forgot. I didn't. Well, we got like nothing. Ah, that one's done a bit better, to be fair. I mean, it's not destroyed yet, so let's do some more. I am a little bit worried that the sound of those drills is really annoying. I'm just going to skip all of this. But yeah, I can do that if they are really annoying, so let's get on with it. Let's crack on. I need to learn it, because I'm sure this looks like I can just turn it on and off from here, but it doesn't seem very happy about it. I don't seem to be able to do that. Okay. I haven't drilling for a long time before I started recording, and I'm getting a bit sick of the sound of the drills now. So I'm going to head back and show you what I've done to the ship and what the plan is for today. I am loving the new ship sounds. I think they're very cool. Very sci-fi. Oh, stop it. What I might do is turn this into just a one drill. Yeah, I think it might work better with the one drill, like at the front, and I'll move the ore detector. I feel like it'll be more stable. With that weight deduction, I could probably put some more thrusters on just to, yeah, but the Ulysses is first, which is what I'm dubbing the big ship, in case you missed that. Okay, let's try and park this without absolutely destroying everything around it, which you may notice some debris on the floor there. There may or may not have been an incident. But I'm not ready to talk about it yet. So, yeah. Before I show the ship, so yeah, like I was saying before about the sound, I am hoping this is better and sounds better. And you know, it's if people are going to watch it and play along, or just watching it to watch some Space Engineers, you know, or see what the number 2 is like, or whatever. It's definitely not going to be to listen to me, let's face it. But yeah, I just hope it's clearer and you know, just better quality. I've sort of tried to up the quality that I'm recording and up the quality that the audio is as well. So I hope that shows. Yeah, like I say, I'm new to this. I'm having fun. I just wanted to record the things I build because I spend probably weeks, but I spend a long time on the things that I do build, and then I just sort of play another one and build something else, and I've got no record of it, you know, and so it's kind of for me, but obviously nobody puts anything on YouTube for people not to watch it, so it would be amazing if somebody did watch as well and enjoyed it, you know. So yeah, so thank you to anyone that has viewed, and obviously thank you to the guy that commented. You sort of brought to light something I was not 100% aware of, as crazy as it sounds, because when I watch some of the my first videos, it's like, I literally sound deaf, like, and I had no idea I was so nasally. I'm like, yeah, like fucking Lois Griffin as well. So yeah, I'll try and work on that. Anyway, so the ship. Yes, this is the Ulysses, or will be. It looks shit now, but right. I don't know. I like it personally. I like it. I like walk-in ships. They feel like real. They feel better. This is obviously a rough idea. I've been kind of placing windows and playing. I don't want a square bridge. Yeah, I don't want like a square bridge. I want it to be a little bit more, I guess, almost arrow shaped, with a kind of up and then a nice smooth transition into the top of the body there, of the, like, the hull of the ship. Obviously the engines I've started, like, you know, we were doing in the last episode, the sort of curved shape and the cool shape, so I want to of course carry this round till this rough to about here, and then obviously curve that in there, and then eventually get rid of this bit and hope it doesn't all just plummet and fall. Yeah, sort of place the O2, well, the hydrogen and O2 generator there, which will obviously feed down into these, and I'll also have pipe work teeing off and going along the roof down. Yeah, and that will give me the final kind of thickness here for the sides. Then I'm hoping to, yeah, round it off a bit with the top and blah 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 and everything else, and it's like, oh my god. So today what I was thinking of doing is routing, basically connecting up. So I changed this top piece for a T piece, and then bring it up. Excuse me, it's early for me. So yes, I want to bring this up, route it along to all the thingamajiggers, hydrogen tanks, and then obviously which will then feed the engine, and it'll go right the way along. Boom. Bang. Yeah, underneath that one. Yeah, so there's a fair bit of. Did I set that back up? Yeah. Right. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so there's a lot of duct work to do. I need to do that, and then once that's done, it gives me an idea of sort of, yeah, like I say, the wide or the thickness of the sides, and then I can start to think about moulding things in and doing a bit more. Cockpit, I was gonna do first to give me like the wider edges, but I can't, in my head, I can't quite. I think I'm gonna have to come out wider at the front, which I don't mind. I don't mind the front being a bit wider. It really is. But no, I want the front to be a little bit wider, but then keep the kind of nice silhouette, so I don't want it ridiculously wider than the rear engines here. And obviously I've got the lower engine to do as well. And then I want a kind of like a slope off at the back here, so it's kind of almost like a slick kind of pointed thing at the back. Or I'll completely change my mind and do something completely different than that, and yeah, that happens a lot. So, and I also need to feed these engines. Oh, I was thinking about this last night actually, now that I say that. Yeah, I do need to probably build. Oh, it's really annoying. So, oh my god, I keep yawning. So, slight faux pas mistake I made was that obviously I built the engines here. I placed these to roughly see how far out I wanted to go and not hit this. Days later, I realised what I've done is completely forgotten where the like the connector or the junction would be for the conveyor. Yeah, the conveyor. Obviously, if I delete that tank, you know, if I build it and it's in the wrong place that I'm hoping it's in, if I delete it, the whole thing falls apart. There might be a fancy way of sort of saving it, changing it, but I think that's probably a bit much. So yeah, at some point I need to. I don't think I've got enough. Yeah, that's why I got the nickel. Oh yeah, I used a load of the iron on this. So yeah, that's one thing I'll need to do at some point and work out where the conveyor is. But I mean, either wherever it is, I'll make it work. It's just the original plan that I had was that it would come from the side, essentially like that. It would run sort of parallel along somewhere and hide in between the body once I kind of smooth it down to attach. Yeah, that plan might change. So, ducting. What I wanted to do, I need to move. That needs to go the other way around. Actually, now that needs to be like that, because I want to connect, keep it all kind of trim, and then just come up and bang connect. Trying to keep it all semi neat. Yeah, that will go underneath to the front there. I'm just having a little scout around this now to make sure they're the way I want them, which of course they're not. Yes, that one's okay, that one's at the back's okay. Yes, right. Yeah, I think if I go from the generator, I wanted to. Yeah, I think I'm going to tee off from there. That was probably better to use actually. Yeah, let me do both sides with that. That's going to be much better to use. Oh, that scares me every time I do that. I mean, no, not like proper scares me, So, this will show if I put them in the right place. Oh, looks good so far, but time will tell. Right. That one needs to go that way. I wonder. I wonder if it's worth. So I'm just thinking. You know me, I normally go quiet when I think, because otherwise I'm doing two things at once and it doesn't really work. So I want them down there, so I could either sneak along the bottom and just pop. Maybe it would be easier to go from the bottom all the way. Yeah, silly. That was the wrong piece anyway, I just realised. Reattach that. And do it. Yeah, just keep it simple, go straight. Make sure I've actually got the straight piece. One of the bits before I went all the way along the entire row and realised I was using the T sections. So that would have worked great. Yeah, like that. That'll work, right? From the thing to the tank there, and I think yeah, I'm sure that'll work. Ah. Well, that's easily sorted out. Oh, in fact, I think I've still got them. Yeah, look at this. Getting organised now. Now we're flying. Bada bing. And move this one. Bang. Ah, it's lovely. Right. What have we got here? I do find sometimes it's quite difficult with the hologram building to like work out which piece you've got. Oh man. What's that bit doing? Ah, did I put an oxygen tank on there? Where did that come from? Oh, that's why. My bad. Okay. You see, like with that, with the symmetry thing on the conveyors there, the hologram, it's quite difficult to sort of tell where you're at sometimes. Engine there. Now these ones, I want it to be sneaky and put
Energy low.
Oh, let's not get trapped in the giant hole. Let's get some energy on. I think that'll work going from the tanks and the engines being connected. Ah. I've just noticed what I've done there. Yeah, that wasn't quite what the plan was it? Damn it. That's better. Silly. So, yeah, this part I want to do. I want to come in. Yeah, try to keep it neat. So if I use a corner piece. Oh. Yeah, then a straight piece. I mean, I could do all of this with those square pieces, I know, but I feel like these are more, I don't know, seem right. That looks like it wants to come down one. Ugh. Thought that was gonna. I nearly said, "Oh, it's lovely when it just fits." It's okay. I'll just move it slightly. I mean, I could. I might hold fire from fully connecting those until I've got a bit more of a shape on the front, because they might end up moving slightly actually. Yeah, I'll leave that where that is for now. I'll be testing these will work before I build anything over them anyway, because I've done that before and that's a pain. So for now, that's those plumbed in, that's those plumbed in, hopefully. Yeah. They're nice and easy to bring ice in, put it in there, beautiful. I'm going to have the survival kit up front. Controversial, maybe. Shall we put? So yeah, I want the survival kit. I don't know. There. Because I have a plan. Ah. Crap. Oh, I know. Yeah. A bit on the side. It's stupid though, 'cause it needs to be that way. Just put it there, I suppose. In fact, I could put it there. No, I can have it the way I want it, but just not right back. Yeah. Because I will... Ooh. Will that fit? Oh! Oh my god. Me and my stupid sci-fi fucking thing. So I'm not convinced that's gonna fit through there. Let's have a look. Ooh. I mean, that's meant to be. That is meant to be. That is meant to be. Plus it needs, like, in the bridge. Oh. Ooch. Ooch. That was him, not me, by the way. It needs. Was it SC1 where you had the is it automation that added them? Can't think which added now. You had all the screens that could show, like, I don't know, speed and telemetry and stuff. That was great for stuff like this because you could set up like a quite a sci-fi looking bridge, you know. Right now, obviously, I can only put in the seat. That's why I wanted to add this, so at least it gives it some sort of computery something. I might try and make a little seat there out of like the table pieces that you can't actually use, but although there is seats, isn't there, actually? Yeah, I'll make some it. Yeah. Okay. We're a long way away from that yet, though. So that will come along, and I'm going to plumb that all the way down to this, which is obviously going to make the O2 as well, which will be good. So, will that work? Let's try and do that now while I'm thinking about it, actually, because it's sort of an important part of it. Yeah. Wow, that might just work, you know. If I tee that in, change that for just one of them, so I know it'll work. That's good, that's good. This is like the infrastructure stage. But I need to put that. Oh, slowly killing himself doing that. Let's go visit the old recharge. It's better. Rain. Quick check around. But yeah, those fronts might change, I think, because I'm not sure the shape of the cockpit yet. A square cockpit can work sometimes, bridge. It can work sometimes, but I like the idea of. I've got the pieces here I was sort of playing with. I like. I don't know. It's a tricky one to. Because I can change this framework and stuff. I don't mind that. I like it in the corridors, but I don't mind if it's not in the bridge. But it's a tricky one. See, that type of shape is what I was thinking. I quite like that, actually. Oh god, we might be going down the rabbit hole now of trying to do the bridge, which I didn't plan right now. Is that what that one is? Wait. If I'm going to do anything on there, I need to turn this on. Obviously I'm thinking I'll build this out if that was what I was going to do, but jeez. No, I don't know if those pieces just might be too big for this ship. Basically using those frames as like a frame to just give me an idea to jot around with some ideas for the bridge. You know, that might not necessarily stay there. This stuff will stay. I like this. And if you imagine when it's built, when you go inside, you'll see all the framework, and it kind of makes it just makes sense. Obviously these are just, I was just playing around. Don't know if I could maybe. No, I think I prefer. Never getting back there now. I have to be a peeping Tom if I can. I think I prefer that. Obviously to you guys it looks just shit, but I got like an idea in my mind. Yeah, that is sort of what I'm thinking. So I wonder if I this is just, you know, rough. If I was to extend, if I extended that like that, would that let me put that in place? Never get it back there again. Do what I'm trying to do. That. Oh, but yeah, but then I could move that one to suit. Right. That needs to go down one more. Yes. That's sort of what I was thinking. It's a crap angle to see it. Yeah, more like that. More like that. Sound like a fucking farmer if I tried. But then how am I going to bring that angle back in? Oh, that would almost be quite cool. Coming out too far there. I want to come back in. Is that what we'll go on the front, do you think? Yeah, surely. Oh. It seems to like it. What if I get rid of those now? Some of it will fall off in a minute, I'm sure, but trying to get that shape. It's there that it wants to be, isn't it? Okay, what's stopping it being there? It's probably this. But that's holding it all up. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't hate that. Ah. Now we might get an issue. And if, yeah, I can fill it in with smaller pieces. That looks silly with a smaller. What would be better? Get the widest one I can and make it fit. Was that other one wide? No, it had sides on it, that's why.
Suit energy low.
Yeah, this one. Oh. Well, I wasn't planning on bridge design today, but it's the first bit that's kind of gone kind of like I was imagining it, so yeah. Oh, that's not in the right place. I'm just flipping it. He was saying. Really, it is difficult to tell. No. It's shorter, isn't it? It's not the right one. Wait, have these got any bigger ones? That's steeper. No, I should stick with the ones I was using. I don't know why it's shorter. Fiddly. Why are they shorter? It's in the right place on there. Ah, is that why? It's like a one. That's why. That's why it wants that piece now to finish it. But that's silly, surely I can just keep extending. Those are flat pieces, aren't they? Okay, that kind of works. Yeah, that's sort of working. He says. Experiment with that a second. I mean, it would be quite cool. Not with that big gap in it though. And that, I think they need to go underneath. As soon as it had symmetry on as well, you'd think it would just... it would fit. suppose it does fit technically. Does it want to just be the other way around? It's being weird. Oh yeah, there's sides, isn't there? Slots in absolutely fine at that time. Because what I'm thinking is maybe there is one that will fit. So bloody close. Doesn't seem right, does it? I wonder. I wonder. I have an idea. I know this is like crap design, if you want to call it that, but I think that might work. I mean, it works. Eee. I'm probably going to end up having to delete the whole thing anyway, because I don't know how I would. Well, no, I suppose I can use the blocks and basically just extending the front. It still needs shaping and changing, obviously. Oh, Jesus, the holograms. Before I get too carried away as if this is going to actually work, is there a way of me even like closing this round? I don't think there's going to be a way to actually move that. What about smaller pieces at the top there? Hang on, what's that piece doing? These are huge, great chunks, these ones. No, not even those pieces are going to be any good. Oh. Hmm. There must be a piece that would go across there. I don't get. Surely there is a piece that would go across there. Yeah, I've got all the window pieces. Yeah, is there something I'm missing? Maybe. Jeez. Maybe that's where I should have been doing. Yeah, no, I'm scrapping it. That was a good idea though, that worked well, that bit. It's not scratching the itch, that part. I like those windows though. No, because I know I'm having this piece like this, so maybe that's the key, is I start from the part that I know I'm actually going to do. Does kind of make sense. What's that? Like that. Oh, Jesus. Be good when I got some walls on there to stop doing that. Yeah, because that makes sense now. That looks bridgy. Engage. And then I just need, I don't want it to be squared though, that's the thing. I like these shapes. But these shapes don't seem to like me very much.
Suit energy low.
No. Oh, better get some energy on. Well, I guess this has been painful and gone on long enough. Now that I'm happy with, that bit. I like the idea of coming walking in and having that part of the view of the stars and stuff. That looks good. It's getting these sides right and for them not to be too squared. Oh god. It's like a punji trap. No, I used it all. Yeah, it's stopping these edges from being squared off. Where were those huge ones? Were they? That's probably too. This is too big, to be fair. Yeah, so I'm happy. These ones, I'm sure there'll be somewhere in here I can find what I want, but I've not been very lucky so far. Wonder. Oh, I've lost it now. Everything's wrong. Oh, you bastard. if I built them one away, I would be able to... like that. Because then I could put... oh, get rid of... then I could put... damn it. That one. Oh no. Silly. Right, let me do that bit first. So, my little idea with these. Start. Not sure about that one yet. Then same here. Right, so it's. Ay ay ay, something's off there. Hang on. Yeah, yeah. And then it still doesn't fit. Why does that still not fit? How did I move that over one too many? Do it like this. I messed those ones up. Just put that one over one too many, I think. That's fine, I can change the top. Oh no, I can't change the top, there needs to be... I shouldn't have aligned it with the bottom. No, hey, yeah. I need to be aligning it with the top. It's not going to let me do it. Oh, that's right, yeah, because it wouldn't let me look at how to do this. Wait, so what the hell happened there then? Because I did that. I'm getting nowhere fast with that. I don't know if it's so tricky. Well, I do know I find it so tricky because I try to make it fancy, that's why. A whole lot of nothing there. I got the ducting on and done. That's all plumbed up. I have some more ideas about the bridge now with those windows at the top, but yeah, didn't get that much further with this episode. Quite well, this day I kind of treat about an hour as like a day, and obviously the sun's starting to set. Ooh, looks stormy over there. So yeah, I just sort of where my cut off is for myself, you know. But I will definitely make some more progress, and then the next episode show you what I've come up with. And also, I think in the next one, I'm going to adjust this miner so we can go out and actually get a load of stuff, so I can start getting rid of some of this hologram and get some more of this built. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and yeah, catch you in the next one.